Hello and welcome. You're watching Next IAS English. Today we are going to talk about a scheme that was in headlines for many months when it was released, and now there's an update to that scheme, which is the Agnipath scheme. So let us talk about this. Let's see what the update is. So the update is that Army may increase Agniveer intake to fix soldier shortfall. Now there has been a shortfall in the soldiers, and the Army may increase the Agniveer intake to fix that. And the Agnipath recruitment model was introduced 3 years ago, we all know that, and with the stated objective of keeping the armed forces young and battle ready. Now let us understand this in thorough detail, but before that let us talk about the UPSC relevance of this topic. Why is this relevant for you to understand, why this is relevant for your examination perspective. So let us talk about the GS paper coverage first. It is very highly important for GS paper 2, which is government policies and defense framework. Then in GS paper 3, for internal security, it becomes very important, defense recruitment and HR management as well. And then for GS paper 4, ethics also it becomes very important. Duty, discipline and nation building are important keywords. And why it is important for UPSC? Because this is one of the major reforms in India's defense recruitment and you should know about it. Impacts manpower planning, force modernization and operational readiness also. So this impacts all this manpower planning, force modernization, operational readiness also. And there are significant financial implications also. Why? Because there was a restructuring in the salary and the pension, and there was a whole issue about it, and you might be able to recall it also. Okay, and then it is very relevant for current affairs as well, because it is, due to intake, expansion and deployment of Agniveers, it becomes a highly relevant topic for current affairs also. And it is very useful for prelims, mains and interview. So all three stages of the examination, this topic becomes highly relevant, because in prelims we have already discussed, mains also we have already discussed, in interview also there can be questions asked on this scheme. So it is very important that you understand this scheme and in thorough detail, and so that you'll be able to talk about it in the interview also. Moving forward, let's understand why and what's in news. So now the Army is evaluating a proposal to increase Agniveer intake from 50,000 to 1 lakh annually. Every year the intake of the Agniveer or the recruitment was 50,000 or more than 50,000, but now the Army is planning to intake more than 1 lakh Agniveers annually. Okay, now the goal is to address an estimated shortfall of 1.8 lakh soldiers. Now there is an estimated shortfall of 1.8 lakh soldiers, and that is the goal to address this shortfall. Okay, and this shortfall was caused by the COVID era recruitment freeze. So there was a recruitment freeze, as we all know, in the COVID era in 2020-2021. So at that point of time there was a recruitment freeze, and that is why there is this shortfall of 1.8 lakh soldiers, and that is why the recruitment or the intake has been increased. Now during that period around 60,000 soldiers retired each year, adding to vacancies. So during the COVID period 60,000 soldiers retired every year, and that is why this added to the vacancies, and this opened 1.8 lakh soldiers shortfall also. Okay, more than 3,000 Agniveers trained in the last 2 years operated air defense systems during Operation Sindoor also. So more than 3,000 Agniveers were trained in the last 2 years, and they have become so equipped that they even operated air defense systems during the Operation Sindoor also, which happened between May 7 to May 10. Now the Navy and Air Force have also trained multiple batches under the scheme. So it is not only confined to Army, the Navy and the Air Force has also added and trained multiple batches under the same scheme. Moving forward, let us talk about what exactly is the Agnipath scheme that we are talking about. So let us understand what exactly is this Agnipath scheme that we are talking about. So Agnipath scheme was launched in June 2022 for recruitment of PBOR. Now PBOR are personnel below officer rank. So the people who will be recruited, they will not be of officer rank, they will be below officer rank, and in June 2022 it was launched, and it aims to maintain a young, fit, tech enabled armed force. So the aim of this scheme is so that young people, fit people and people who can operate tech enabled items also, their number in the armed force is also there. Okay, then service duration. Now this is very important. 4 years is the service duration of as an Agniveer. This is a highly important one, so you need to remember this. After this, 25% are selected for 15 long-term service. Now only 25% will be selected for 15-year long-term service, others will be released. Okay, that was the whole issue about, because what will they do after this? All the Agniveers after 4 years, if they will not get pension, if they will not have anything else to fall back on, any other career option, then what will they do? That was the whole point. Okay, now the age limit is 17.5 to 21 years. Okay, this is the age limit, and this is open to both boys as well as girls, and there is no separate reservation. Recruitment standards remain the same and are conducted through rallies twice a year. All right, so there are some important pointers that you need to remember: 4 years, 25% and 15-year long-term service. All right, moving forward, let us talk about the pay, benefits and service condition of this Agnipath scheme. So, what will be the benefits given to the Agniveers? 1 crore to the family if there is any case of death on duty, including the Seva Nidhi. Then up to 44 lakh disability compensation if somebody gets disabled during while they are on duty. So, for 44 lakhs compensation will be given up to. And then Seva Nidhi package will be one-time corpus after 4 years of service. So, you will get one-time corpus after serving for 4 years. Okay, and then the key differences from regular services are, what are the key differences? No pension for Agniveers completing only 4 years. So, the people who will only serve for 4 years, there will be no pension for them, and pension applies only to 25% retained for long-term service. So, as we were talking about, that there will be 25% people who will be retained for the long-term service, for 15-year long-term service, and they will only get the pension. The rest others will not get the pension, and this helps optimize the defense forces salary and pension burden. So, this is because the government wanted to optimize the defense forces salary and also the pension burden. So, yes, this is the pay, benefits and service conditions. Now, moving forward, let us talk about why was Agnipath introduced. Now, what was the need? You know, there could have been normal recruitment also, like there has been recruitment has been done, you know, since ages. So, why was this scheme introduced? So, to create younger, agile and modern armed forces, so that younger people can participate and there is a young armed force, and then to reduce the average soldier age from 32 to 26 years. Now, usually the average soldier age is 32 years in India, but we wanted to reduce it, the government wanted to reduce it to 26 years so that we have younger, agile and modern armed force. That is why this scheme was implemented, and also enhance operational efficiency and tech readiness. So, a lot of times the people are not very tech savvy, but the younger generation, we are training them to be tech savvy, and you know, so that they have operational efficiency also and that tech readiness also, and also provide youth with discipline, training and employable skills so that they can be employed, their employable skills will be provided to them, and enable a flexible manpower rotation system so that there is a flexible manpower rotation system also, and free up defense spending for modernization and capability building. This is one of the most important points. Government wanted to free up defense spending for modernization and capability building so that they don't have to give pensions throughout the life, and again, this is a very debatable point also. So, a lot of people were against this point, a lot of people were in favor of this point. You also tell me in the comment section below, what do you think? Was this scheme beneficial? Is this scheme beneficial? And should there have been changes? There could be changes. You also tell me in the comment section below. And moving forward, let's talk about the concerns and challenges. So, let us see what are the concerns and challenges of the scheme. So, limited job continuity for those not retained after 4 years. Now, what will a person do after 4 years if they are not retained after this, if they are not included in the 25% people, then what are they going to do after 4 years? So, there is no job continuity. Then perceived differences in long-term benefits versus regular service. So, there are differences also. So, even if you are a part of this 25%, there are differences in what regular service offers and what Agniveers are given. Okay, need for strong post-service skilling and employment pathways, so that after this 4 years of service, there can be post-service skilling and employment pathways, so that people can get employed after 4 years also, and requirement for clear rehabilitation and certification mechanism. So there should be proper rehabilitation and certification mechanisms also, and balancing youthfulness with experience remains a key challenge. How do we balance youth and experience? This also remains a key challenge, because both are very important. The youth is very important, and then experience is also very important. So these are the concerns and challenges that still remain till today. And I think we have already covered the topic in the multi-dimensional manner. We have covered most of the pointers here, and now you also mention what do you think about this scheme in the comment section below. And now here's a MCQ for your quick revision. So Agniveer serve in the armed forces for how many years under the Agnipath scheme? Again, very important question. For 2 years, for 4 years, for 10 years, for 15 years? Please do answer this in the comment section below. Let's see who was listening attentively. And we have already covered the topic in further detail. And that is it for today. I will see you in another deep dive video. Until then, bye-bye. Take care.